What's up, everybody? And you are listening to the best of the Media Mike Radio Show. I am your host, the Media Mike Speaks, where we are the voice of the everyday citizen. The time is now 19 minutes past the hour. Temperature is 40 degrees here in the Lone Star State. So let's get to it before it's too late. All right, good people. A few of my subscribers sent me this article. I'm pretty sure you've seen this story. It's been buzzing around on the news. So, as you saw in the thumbnail, I call it the Black Superman. That's what it is. So, the guy you saw, name is Deborah. I'm going to say Mr. Redding. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's super defendant. Super idiot. Yeah. The Black Superman decides to take a leap onto the judge, across the bench, into the air, across the bench, and onto the judge in a Las Vegas courtroom. Now, Mr. Redding, the defendant, he and his attorney asked the judge, which is Mary Kay Holthus, for probation rather than time behind bars, saying the 30-year-old is getting his life back on track with a new job and plans to resume his education. Redding said he is addressing his mental health issues and trying to learn from his mistakes, but he's trying to get a new job. This guy has issues. Now, the judge read the defendant, Mr. Redding, read his criminal history aloud in court, which included 3 felonies, misdemeanors, multiple domestic violence, robberies, attempted home invasions. Now, the reason why he was in court, good people, is because he had violated his probation. And he was back in court because he was about to get that revoked. Now, he and this judge had history. This is not the first time he went before her court. He did not, he had gone before the court before. And she's the one who gave him the probation before. He's been there multiple times. And it's a slap in the judge's face when they do you a favor, basically. Give you a chance, I would say. You violated, come back in and say, okay, can you give me another one? So the judge goes on to say, you've got a lot going on, sir. Now, super defendant's attorney told the judge he believes his client could successfully complete probation. I don't see how. The judge replied, I appreciate that, quote, but I think it's time that he get a taste of something else because I just can't with that history, unquote. Now, seconds later, as you saw, Mr. Redding shouted F that witch with the B and ran toward the judge, leaping over the bench and attacking her. Redding tackled the judge to the ground and both disappeared from the camera's view, as you saw in the video, behind the bench. As others in the courtroom tried to restrain him, Redding screamed, F you both, and threw several punches. The judge stayed on the ground for several minutes before standing up, appearing to say she hit her head. The judge experienced some injuries, the initial court statement said. By Thursday, she was back at work, but remained sore and stiff. The judge was shaken up, as most people would be, with a couple of bruises. Now, but I'm glad the judge is okay. I am. Now, District Attorney Steve Wolfson said, we commend the heroic acts of her staff, law enforcement, and all others who subdued the defendant. The court said, we are reviewing all our protocols and will do whatever is necessary to protect the judiciary, the public, and our employees, unquote. Now, the court has met with its security contractor to bring in more guards and is assessing other deputies to make the court more secure. Okay. All right, look. Small claims court, what is it, divorce court, whatever these other courts with the judges that may not actually be judges, they got better security than this. This is the real deal. I find it very interesting that in civil court, as in you see divorce court or small claims court, even with Judge Judy, the bailiff is standing in front of the bench on the side, I would say. So no one can actually get that close. And I find it interesting, well, in most courts, the bailiffs are sitting down or over to the side. Wouldn't it be protocol if you got certain defendants, like super defendant here, to go and stand in front of the bench, on the side, just to make sure if he tries to do anything, boom, right there. You had a severe case of complacency, I do believe. That's what you had, where it was evident. Now, the district attorney said his office is reviewing evidence and plans to file additional charges after the courtroom. Now, this gentleman, super defendant, Mr. Redding's next court date is scheduled for Tuesday, which I don't think he says he wants to show up. He's added 7 counts of battery on a protected person and battery according to court records. Okay. They should have done a better job than that. I think the Secret Service does a better job than that. They move faster than that. It happened so fast, they didn't know what to do. I mean, they were really complacent. And someone said that his lawyer just stood there. Well, he's an attorney. He doesn't fight. Attorneys don't get in brawls. Attorneys don't subdue people. That's what the bailiff, the court marshals, the security person there, that's their job. Which they should have been standing at least on the side of the bench. If you see in the small claims court, the bailiff is right there. So any information, any paperwork that's given to the judge, the bailiff goes and get it, hands to the judge. But in this case, usually it's the clerk of the court, I think, that does that. But this was not a good look for court security, I would say. Because we don't want any more incidents like super defendant. So anyway, I just want to jump on here and give my 2 cents about this. I'm glad the judge is okay. This probably going to have more outbursts like this, more chances like this. This shouldn't have happened. Bad look on law enforcement. Bad look on court security, I would say. So anyway, let me know what you think about this. Until next time, this is your guy, Mr. Educator, Mr. Communicator, Mr. Free Thinker. Subscribe, share, and like to keep me rocking on the mic. Have a good night.
Understand you soon, it won't be long. Keep on, keep running.